Do you think that food should be delivered to other people too, or just you?
To everyone.
Oh, okay. That seems like that'll be easier to scale. Food delivery app. Restaurant. Uh, Driver. Customer operations. And then we're just going to add a couple of sprints. What I do is then if you export this to the Envision sync file, it will, right, so we come in here, we're going to click this project location that we set up, and we're going to, let's call this customer sign up. And then you'll notice that it says that the screen has been updated. So if you come over to, okay, you can go right now. Then what we do is when we're going to grab this link. We're going to come over to the Trello board. We're going to come into the customer sign up. Right, and this is going to be like, as a customer, I want to be able to sign up on. Let's just find that Always Hungry, so that I can create my profile, add payment info, and start ordering food. And then usually in here I would add some, Envision, a link to the Envision mock. And if there's some technical specs, I might link to those. So if you assign this to an engineer, so let's say we want to put that in the first sprint, then obviously you go through, you sign up to an engineer, and then they see the user story, and then they can just click on the link and they can get into the Envision mock to see what needs to be done. And then if you're talking to the client or the designer, you can just update the balsamic file and then relink it. And you can do the same thing with sketch files. So, but that's a nice workflow to set up. So, so as a customer, I'd like to be able to browse the menus for restaurants that have signed up with Always Hungry. See, and place an order for an item I want to eat soon. Okay, so so I usually end up having a couple of different lists. So one is the acceptance criteria. And then the other one is bugs and revisions. So normally, right, so then you come in here, you assign the engineers. I usually have a couple of different labels. Got, red for bugs. Usually use done/frozen, and usually say if it's backend. Hey. And then it's usually one, whatever you create, whatever ones you need to create. But let's just do it like this. iOS create. This has, that's good. This label needs to be taken away. Okay, so yeah, go away. So let's say let's say I usually assign myself as the PM. Let's say you're the engineer in the project, and you're the backend engineer. And then, so now if you come in here and as an engineer, you can just filter for cards that you're on. And so if you skim this, like you can see, okay, here's my sprint one. That's what's been assigned to me. And view list of the restaurants, view the menu associated with with a single restaurant. And you'll be able to click on an item and add it to your cart. And I would say probably belongs in separate user story. And then sometimes if I realize that, and I might say, moved to card, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Move to.
Like you're gonna work on it, and then you're gonna move it to like ready for PM. And if I find a bug, then usually what happens is I come in here, I just add a label that says bug, come down to the bugs list, and I'd say, when I click on Delfina Pizzeria, their menu is chopped off after ... something like that. At Romy, can you take a